Well, we're into the final session for the day, which is the show and tell. So the show and tell was quite popular back in 2020. It was, as we've all done show and tell at school, where you have something to show rather than just standing there and talking about your business. It's a way of showing what your product is or how your product works. Or if you are a service-based business, you can either, interview somebody or do something visual, because when you do something visual, it's that much more easy for somebody to remember you. Like if you, I like tomorrow I'm going to be wearing my yellow shoes. So that's one way for people to know to figure out who I am, the girl with the woman with the yellow shoes, so that she, they can pick me out in a crowd, or they can know they can come and stop me, that I'm, approachable. If she's silly enough to wear yellow shoes, then she's more of a approachable person. I'm hoping they will see me as that. So just trying to have something visual to break through, because when you're at an event like this, there's just so much information coming at you between today and tomorrow. How you're going to remember the person that you met, the person who did business cards, the person who prints, person who prints lanyards or something. You want to have something physical that you can show, to make that visual impact. So what we will do is take turns. If anybody wants to show anything that they have, I'm just realizing I don't have anything right here to hand. Do you all? Does anybody?
Behind you there is your Ealing Biz.
Yeah, but I wanted to show the Redbubble stuff, the stuff that we're selling on the. I suppose I could use this my bag. Shall I go first?
Yeah.
Shall I go first? Thank you.
Yeah.
So, as you know, Ealing Business Expo is an event where we meet up and we connect and we build connections that we can then either do business with ourselves, or we refer to somebody else, refer that business on to somebody else. Because I always say, within 5 minutes of meeting somebody, if you're going to do business with them right away, if you're going to refer them to somebody else, or if you're going to use them at a later date. So and that's the idea behind networking. It doesn't have. A lot of people say, yes, you have to build relationships, and it's true. You can't just rock up to somebody and say, buy my product, because you have to, they may not be ready for it at that time. They need to have an introduction to the idea of the product and decide if they need it and when they need it and all that sort of thing. So it's quite a process to build from an initial contact into a lead, into a hot lead, into a customer. So that's the idea behind networking. So because so I keep trying to introduce something physical to the business to make that impact, to make that visual impact that I was just talking about. So what I do is I sell these products on a site called Redbubble. So this is a bag printed with, this was from the 2020 Expo. So it's printed with the Expo logo and the painting that I did of Fitzhanger Lane, which was on the back cover of the Expo guide from that year. So this is the painting of Fitzhanger Lane. This was early in lockdown. This was when all the shops were still closed. And we put it on the bag. So what I do is I sell these products on the website to try to raise a little bit of money for the expo, because 20% of each sale comes to me, but it's more to give. Sometimes people come to the event and they don't pay anything to come to the event, and they feel they want to, put something back. So they buy something, a couple of pounds, and they feel like if they've contributed something, which is nice, and they get something to walk around with, which kind of helps to promote my business as well. So that's me in my Redbubble shop. It's called Carleen 20. It's my sister. She is so cute. There's my sister with her notebook with the same painting. Snap. My sister's in Trinidad, and she looks very, very hot, but it's nice to see you. So that's my that's the product side of my business. And if you look on redbubble.com, you can see Claire, would you hold that up again for me? Let me get a screen grab. Ah! So thank you so much. So when so yes, so if you look on redbubble.com and you search for Carney in 2020 or maybe Ealing Business Expo, those would come up. So that was Jose, are you okay? So hopefully Jose is not causing any trouble. So that's my product. Who would like to go next? That's just to give you an idea of what to say. Who would like to go next? Let me put on gallery view.
Well, I have a short presentation. Should I put it on?
All right, if something visual, go on then.
It is visual.
Yes.
Shall I just share?
Let me just give you the right.
Yeah, I've got it. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Excellent. So, hi everyone.
Hello, Gifty.
So I am.
Oh gosh, go away.
So hi everyone, this is my stand. Just to give you something visual for tomorrow. That's how my stand is going to look like. I'm a chartered trademark attorney, so I help businesses like yourself protect your intellectual property. And your intellectual property, wow, what's that noise?
Is somebody breaking the chat?
Your intellectual property can be your patents, which is your inventions, something new. It can be your trademarks, which is the most common one, logo, image of it. It can be your design, shape, copyright, trade secrets. I'm going to whiz through very quickly because it's not a full presentation. And these are examples of what you can protect as your brand. It can be a design. Those shoes are actually protected as designs and trademark. And you can see there are different types of brands and logos here. And my job is to help you sometimes to identify all the different aspects that you can actually protect to become an asset. Because what small businesses don't realize is that IP is a property separate from your business. So your brands, which is the most important of your IP in my view, helps economic growth. It helps innovation, it helps businesses. It sounds like we have
I'm trying to figure out who it is, and I'm just I'm trying to get rid of him. Sorry about that. It's so many of them today. I think it was that Jose character. So he's gone for now. Hopefully he'll be quiet. Go ahead, Gifty.
Yeah. So come and have a chat with me tomorrow. Because this is just kind of introducing myself and giving you something visual, how to find me. And having the right protection in place can help you stop people copying you. It can help you to actually make wealth out of it. I think in some of the earlier sessions, was it Stephen Fry from University West London, talking about how the angel investors and many investors are looking for businesses to invest in. And a lot of times, they're looking for those who have taken time to invest in the business by way of intellectual property. If you watch Dragon's Den, for example, they won't invest in you if you haven't sorted out your IP. So IP rights do have value. I can show you how once you come on board. Once you register it, it helps you create wealth. When you buy a new car, as soon as you leave that showroom, the value, that's what? It goes down. It's not the same with trademarks, for example. As soon as you register, if you keep nurturing it, the value goes up. So consider your IP long-term, invest it. Let's help you do it the right way and grow your business. Thank you very much. That's me. That's my contact details there. Let's have a conversation tomorrow. Thank you very much, Carlin, for giving me this chance.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You've done it the right way. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See how she's turned her service into something visual for us to see and connect with and discuss. Would anybody else like to have a turn before I start suggesting names? How about, Horace, you're one of these IT people. Can you show us a website that you built recently?
Yeah.
Maybe a website on your phone, because if you're on your computer, it's hard for you to show us, unless you want to share the screen. Would that help?
Not sure.
Okay.
I can give you the name if you want to, if there's a facility to go and have a look.
Well, I've put you
I don't know what's the best way of doing this.
I've put you as co-host if you want to share, or if you just want to
Okay. I'm not a seasoned
all right, that's all right. That's all right. Don't worry
user,
about it.
but I can tell you what it is, and I can put it in the chat.
All right, go ahead.
We've just created a new directory for Ealing. It's a business directory. It's just based on the geographic area of Ealing, so that businesses can actually publicize their products and services. At the moment, it's got a limited set of companies in there, but just to give you a flavor, just let me quickly put it in. But the main selling point is that it's a directory that once businesses it's free to sign up. It actually pulls your website information into the directory. So you don't need to put a lot of information into it. But it allows me to market some other services that I do, which includes video marketing and SEO and different stuff. My job in terms of the directory owner is to optimize the directory so that if you do a search, the Ealing Business Directory, if I keep my fingers crossed, what you should see on the first page is Ealing Business Directory, which will then contain all the other businesses that are within the directory. We're also doing some for niche markets as well. So one of the areas that we're investigating is like West Indian foods, for instance. Because there's a lot of West Indian restaurants in London that nobody knows about. So it'll be a list of restaurants with all of their details from their websites and stuff like that. So that's basically it. I've got other stuff, but they're more product stuff that isn't really focused on Ealing. So the other stuff I've been working on over the past year.
All right, well, product stuff like what? If you don't mind me asking.
We've got a print on demand website, but that's a franchise type website, which allows you that if you want to set up a print on demand business, that you can actually buy access to it, and allows you to create print on demand t-shirts and different things. There's also another part of that which allows you to create stores within Etsy and other places. But I haven't worked on that for a while. It's just something that's actually there. It needs more marketing. But I've been basically working on these directories just to get this complete first. Then we're going to roll it out across the UK, basically, and the Caribbean.
Yeah, well, keep us informed.
Businesses in Trinidad that wants to publicize their businesses and have it in one place. I know there's a lot of directories, but this is one we're actually doing it as well.
All right. Thank you for telling us about that, Horace. Just keep in touch, make sure we know about it, and we can share it in the West Indian community, definitely.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Luca, would you like to go next? I don't know if you have, even if you just hold up your business card so we can see your logo, anything to show?
I'm going to get my business card later by 2 hours.
All right.
So
Okay.
tomorrow I'll bring it.
Okay. Sounds
Yes.
good.
Yeah. I'm based in Acton, and I lived in South Ealing 7 months last year. I like so much the area, the atmosphere, like village, etc. I'm so happy tomorrow to join the expo. And I'm a life coach, as you can read here. And I'm helping people to rebuild their life and business after this challenging period, And also I help people to do video for promoting business, etc. Because a lot of people are stuck to start with video, just with the first video, second or third, and put it online. So my background is about acting as well. I can help people to have a fun, starting with the video at the beginning, just playing at home, and later we can put all the stuff online, but it's the second step, just to start, have the fun, playing, etc. And so the video is so helpful for your business as well. Thanks.
Okay, sounds good. Well, can you tell us what is on your logo? What is your logo like?
Oh yes, I don't know in English. Is a fish. Sorry, just one. Is the logo of my region, Liguria in Italy. Fish bone. It's a fish bone because there is a famous place in Liguria, the Cinque Terre, the 5 lands, and the logo is the Cinque Terre is a fish bone. So it's from my route, That's very important for me.
All right, I like it. It sounds good. It sounds good. Just remember that one of my because I have a couple of stands at the expo, because I always have a couple of stands in case anybody comes last minute. One of them is called Events Booster, and that has a big rack on it, and people are invited to leave their cards there or flyers, so leave some cards on there, because I'm going to put that next to the coffee machine. So when you come for your coffee, you can leave some cards there, see what other people put on the stand, and
Sure.
that's a way of connecting. So you can, it's one thing to hand it out during the speed networking, but it's also quite useful to leave it there so people can pick it up on their way home as they walk around. So
sure, Kalena, thanks.
All right, no problem. Claire, do you want to talk about anything, or you're showing your notebook and I should be satisfied with that?
Hi everyone. I'm Carlene's sister. I am based in Trinidad and Tobago. I was in a breakout session where I mentioned that I work at the Foreign Ministry of Trinidad and Tobago, and a lot of the time since COVID and there are so many Zoom meetings, we try to look at what members of the Trinidad and Tobago diaspora do when they are outside of Trinidad and Tobago, and this is one such event. Yes, Carlene is my sister, but I'm also here attending in that capacity, and I'm very impressed with everything that I've seen so far. Thank you.
Boy, I'm so emotional. I'm so emotional. I haven't seen Claire for a number of years. Right. Thank you very much, Claire. Thank you. I appreciate those. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. Who else is on the call who would like to say something about Ash and Matt, you're still here. Tell us about 2B Media. Do you have any nice design things to show us?
We do actually. Am I okay to share my screen?
Let me give you the thing. Everybody's going to be co-host by the end of this session.
I know. So let me know if you can see. Can you see the video?
We can see the yellow stuff. Yes, thank you.
Lovely. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play that for you then. This is our show reel that we've put together.
Ooh.
No, stop
Wow, that's pretty
Okay.
fancy. Tell us
Thank you.
about, I don't know, one or two things in that show reel.
Yeah, well, first I'm just going to touch on 2B as a company first. We're in the process of launching an initiative that we care about the environment. So with this initiative, for every client that we work with, every video, we would gift them a tree. And this is through a company called Treedom. So what would happen is if we made a video for IP Together, because we've already talked to Gifty, Gifty would then get a tree with that video. And what this tree does is it helps the environment. The trees are planted all over the world, you can choose. And also it helps the community. They can eat from the tree, they can sell, and also the trees are native to the country. So that's just a little bit about what we can do. We also have a money back guarantee. If you don't enjoy your video, if you don't think it's exactly what we've discussed, we're so confident in our products that I think it's only fair that you shouldn't have to pay for something you're not happy for. I don't know if you've got anything to add.
So a couple of those things in there that we've done. So obviously we can see some lovely house viewings there from our very own Anthony at Core Dowling Real Estate. Big shout out to him, gave us a shout out earlier, so we got to put him on the stand. So we've done some work for him, which was really fun, really great to show off those houses across Ealing. We've done some stuff for some other local businesses within Dickens Yard as well, including Brewdog. So Brewdog's been a really nice customer to us. They've sort of tried to support us as much as they can do as a small business. So we've done some work for their social media campaigns, which has been really fun as well.
And the idea is to, we really enjoy working with the community. We really enjoy celebrating small businesses as well. And so we do have a discount that we can offer to anyone as a kind of, as a referral scheme. We call it a referral scheme. So we aim to just basically help people boost their video marketing. Not everyone realizes the benefits of video marketing, but I'm sure many of the people here do. Yeah. So I don't want to preach to the choir too much, but but yeah. So our aim is just help boost products, boost businesses, and hopefully make it as local as possible.
Where in Ealing are you?
So we're based on Pitsanger Lane. Indeed,
Yeah,
I saw your
yeah,
photo there, Carleen.
A lot of Pitsangers today.
Indeed, it's popping off on Pitsanger. That's what it is.
Definitely.
So we're based down there, based down that way.
Can I ask which end?
It's Prince's Gardens.
Okay, not too far from me. All right then. We're at the Woodfield Road end, so we're down at the end, not too far from you. All right, that's good. I like that. Yep, I'm glad we have these visual businesses. We had the physical input, we had the talking input, we had the listening input, we have the eyes input. That's really good. Thank you very much, everybody. Let me see. We still have a little bit of time for anybody who would like, anyone else who would like to talk about. Alan, how about you? And we can see your banner, your West London Local Chambers banner behind you. So that's your physical thing. Yeah, we look at it this way. A way of stretching.
Yeah, it's giving me some good neck exercise here.
It does. Tell us about the West London Local Chambers.
Well, can I say, first of all, Carleen, it's really good to see you up, about, so bouncy, so lively. We've missed your vibe enormously. So it's really good to see you back, especially coming to visit us a couple of weeks ago at our Festival of Business that we did.
You're welcome.
So my name's Alan Wright. We run West London Local Chambers. It covers Chamber of Commerce services in Ealing, plus the other sunny local boroughs next door in Hammersmith and Fulham and in Hounslow. We're quite a closely linked three boroughs, sharing an awful lot of sites. The gap between Acton and Chiswick isn't very much. And the links into Ealing, Southall and Hounslow are quite close, plus the links into White City and Hammersmith Central. Originally, Ealing Chamber of Commerce was closed down by London Chamber of Commerce because there wasn't much going on. We want to try and breathe some new life into this. We've now got more members from outside Hounslow, which was our original base, than from inside Hounslow, showing the uptake. We've got an event coming up soon in Ealing that is on the 30th of March at the Hilton Hotel at Park Royal, Hampton by Hilton, that is. So if anybody's a bright spark in the morning and would like to come along for a business breakfast, please do, especially you, Carleen. It looks like we're going to have Rupert Huck come along to be there as well. And we look forward to doing lots of things. In short, what does our Chamber of Commerce do? It tries to help people get networked together through networking sessions that we do monthly, through sector summits where we give free business advice on accountancy, law, exporting, HR, and we do 3 major events per year: a festival of business, a regeneration and recovery event, which will be the next one in June, and then our business awards in November. And we enormously look forward to seeing as many local people that want to come along as possible. Someone's got their hand up. Cheryl, do you want to ask me a question, or are you waving at me?
I was just dumping for those who are Ealing adjacent.
Okay, good. It's we find it really interesting. Carleen and I used to do a lot of joint events in Boston Manor, BC, before COVID.
Before cancer.
Or before cancer even. Oh dear. So we're going to look to restart that up again now that we're post cancer or post COVID, in a better world, and it's to try and help local companies get moving. We've got a huge local economy across West London, and GDP growth this year is supposed to be 7 to 9% by the Bank of England's forecast. That's going to mean a lot of small companies are going to have the opportunity to grow at levels that they've never been able to grow at before for a long time. And very quickly, people are going to end up with staffing issues. They're going to end up with finance issues because the growth will stretch their finances. And we had an announcement 2 weeks ago that Heathrow Airport are recruiting 12,000 new jobs. Is that all, did I hear you say? I wouldn't like to work in their HR department to say you've got to interview 36,000 people and you've got to choose 1 in 3 people that you interview. That's an awful lot of people to try and see. But there's also local companies. We've got a day out in Hounslow Central, where a construction company has got a 640 apartment site, and they're looking to recruit 500 new staff to work there. So there's a lot of recruitment going on at the moment. And in a way, there's a health warning that goes with this. If you've got good staff and you want to keep hold of them, make sure you're paying them the right amount of money, or your company is generating enough money to keep hold of them, because people are the lifeblood of a business. And so if anybody wants to come along to our events, they're very, very welcome. I don't like messing around. So as soon as Horace finished his presentation about his database, I've immediately filled out an application, and you've got information on there for West London local chambers that's now been authorised by London Chamber of Commerce to use the Ealing Chamber of Commerce logos on there.
Really? Congratulations. Wow, that's a big step.
That was quick, Alan. So maybe you'll come on my walk and we'll start doing networking like last Thursday.
Yeah, he's making things happen. Good for you, Alan. Good for you.
Well, we're trying, but we're trying because we've got good friends around us, like you, Carleen, and friends help you multiply your business links, and these type of events help you definitely multiply those business links. And we want to give, do you know, during COVID, sorry, I'm blabbering on a bit here, but it is worth saying, during COVID, I got a phone call from a chap who used to be the chairman of Ealing Chamber of Commerce. And he was in his 90s. And he said his shop used to be a sports shop just outside Ealing Broadway station. And you come out of the station and turn left towards the shopping mall there. And his shop was just on the left-hand side. And we're going to be inviting him along to one of our events, and his wife promised that she'll drop him off. But I used to go into that sports shop when I didn't have any grey hair, and I said to him, "I've probably met you." He said, "I was the person that used to work in there." And it's an incredibly small community that we all live and work in, and we need to try and make sure that we can all prosper through this and spend our money locally in our areas.
All right, thank you very much, Alan, for waving the flag for Ealing at the Hounslow, the West London local chambers, so that we have some way to access that kind of support, that kind of chamber commerce support.
Thank you.
And we did you already put the date for because you said it and I didn't write it down. You put it in the chat, yes? The date for the Hampton Hotel. I'm lip reading, so it looks like if you're saying you've already put
I'm typing it in the chat now as we speak.
Typing it in as we speak. I'm sure you put it in there already because it's all.
Do you know we've all learned to lip read through the pandemic because we can't remember where the mute button is.
You see, that is what I should have said. The first panel this morning was lessons we have learned.
Yes, it was.
We should have included that, learning to read. Excellent. Let's see. Who else would like to have a go? I know Steve Bell. See, let me see. Who else do we have? Joanna or Steve? Who wants to go next?
Cheryl.
Oh, Cheryl, go for it, Cheryl.
I can go as well. Yeah.
All right. Let's.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Joanna. I don't know who put. I think Cheryl had her hand up first.
Can you do the magic with screen sharing, please? Because I would like to show you this little video as my visual. It's ready on my screen, so if you kind of let me, I think you'll be able to.
Okay, it's there. Go for it.
All right.
Cheryl, you're coming up straight after. Don't worry. Go for it, Joanna.
Can you see it? Guys.
No, it's not coming yet.
It's going already on my screen. Technology and Joanna, they are not in the same room. Okay,
it's not easy.
Yeah. Now things got stuck.
Steve, give us some advice.
Wait. Yeah. All right. So let's try now. Yes. So I think I'm getting there, but I have to point to the logo. So that's the logo. And I'll even make sound.
All right.
Don't get in your way. So I'll be talking because the sound is just nice background music. So a participant of my walk, a few years ago, it was, I think, 2018, he did me a favor. He did me a surprise video from that walk. And that's one of the walks funded by the Old Oak Park Royal Development Corporation. And that walk was exploring the area of Old Park Royal, starting from North Acton station through the cemetery, as you can see. Maybe we can go further from the cemetery. That's the little garden. Yes, so stories. And then, oh, so much of that. Look, Did you know that they make whiskey in Park Royal? And you are learning Polish word because bimber means moonshine, like this illegally produced vodka, whiskey. And we got a treat. Now they don't do it because they have their own tours. But you see, everybody on the tour got to try this nice drink. Now here we were at the business, which is rental of all sorts of seasons textiles. They moved out of the area due to the works there, but amazing tour again. And we saw things for films that were used in different productions. Yeah. Oh, the guitar workshop. So that was where, and here is the guy making food for us while we wait. Camille is a legend in Standard Road, Camille's Bakery, and they were, you know, put in this oven. It looks very, you know, unassuming, but, you know, people flock from far away to eat there. Yeah, so that's the guy who made me this present. And I thought that I would tell you about it.
Okay. Well, we appreciate
so talking
that.
and exploring, I shared that link here, and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you very much. But would you like to tell us, for example, we had a collaboration last week between you and me to share each other's audience.
Please tell the people. I'm very happy. I'm delighted that we came up with this idea. Yeah.
Because I always say the power of sharing. So I share to my audience and you share to your audience. But when we swap audiences, when I share to your audience and you share to my audience, we double our audience. So that's what we did last week. So we had a Ealing Business Expo walk where we did networking while we were walking around the venue for the venue for the expo tomorrow, DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel, because it's one thing to have our event in this hotel and then not engage with the businesses around, you know. So we took a walk around the shops and we spoke to the shops. We invited them to come and participate in the expo, and it just feels more community oriented, you know, and it felt like it was a good way to reach out to the area in Ealing Commons. So really, thank you very much for that opportunity, Joanna. And you are available for other similar collaborations, I take it?
Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm dreaming about.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. And can we have Cheryl telling us about Wonderland Digital? But we have to see something. Go for it.
We will. I'm just now bringing up the share. Fantastic. So thanks everyone. Cheryl Martin from Wonderland Digital. And if you haven't met me, earlier we were talking about pricing in one of the breakout sessions, but I've been running my online marketing consultancy, digital marketing consultancy now for 3 years. That's after 20 plus years. I know I don't look it, but 20 plus years in corporate marketing. And so what I bring to clients is I really help them grow their businesses online, supercharging their marketing and sales. I always say you can't fix a sales problem with marketing and vice versa. So we get really clear about the differences between those two disciplines. But it often starts with a project, something simple like updating your website to refresh it, to reflect a new offering or a new market that you might be going after. If you are using your website actively, how to make it work harder. Can it generate new business? Can you use automation tools or new bits of digital content? Maybe that's gated so that you have an opportunity to talk with those who download your content on a more personalized basis afterwards. What about if you're just launching into a new market you've never been in before? How do you do the research? How do you know you've got the right market product fit? We can help you with that. And last but not least, I say it's important to be able to drive more sales more consistently with less effort. That's Wonderland Digital in a nutshell. And we are Ealing adjacent.
So this morning we had Stephen Fry talking about ideation and what's the other word he was using? And you Ealing adjacent. I like that. I like what that connotes. I like the meaning behind that. So you're supporting Ealing from a little bit further away. But thank you very much for your presentation. I remember a couple of years ago, you very kindly agreed to present, to make a presentation to my students at the University of West London. And I still remember when you spoke about, you know, even if you don't agree on, you say you're not haggling, so you're discussing pricing. And, you know, the other person is saying, we want you to sell so that we sell more product. They just want to sell more products. And if we don't sell more product as a result of your marketing, we're not going to pay you. And you were able to explain how to work around that. And, you know, and either you use different resources to get the project done, or you come at the project from a different angle. It's just really like how you explain that. So I'll always remember how you express that to the students. And I played it again for this year's students so that they will benefit from it. So thanks again for that, Cheryl.
Fantastic.
Who to go next? I'm seeing Anthony's here, Shabari's here. Who's going to put their hand up first? Let me see. Dun, dun, dun.
Do you want to go first, Anthony?
I'll let you go.
All right then. Well, first of all, I want to say to Carleen that you are so incredible. I mean, you know, I've been along to a number of your expos. I think the very first one was in Acton, the Acton Business Expo. That was a few years ago. And yeah, I do remember 2 years ago when you were going to do, you know, the Ealing Business Expo, and then COVID hit, and then, you know, you wanted to do a hybrid event, and then unfortunately we were in full lockdown, and it was completely online. And then last year, obviously you went through so much with your cancer. I mean, but you've come out at the other end. You're just so incredible. Honestly, you're a strong, powerful lady, and you're a huge inspiration to everybody. So I wanted to say that first of all.
Thank you, Shabari.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's true though. It's really true. So I wanted to talk about my World Vegan Market. My logo is WVM. You can't see the M, but the bottom leaf has an M on it, and the sort of like globe of the world is behind. It's actually a mock-up that my husband put together with my with myself. And so how it all happened was in October 2020, during the second lockdown, I stopped. I have another business which is a vegan skincare business, and I used to do lots of stalls up and down the country, doing various market stalls, various vegan festivals. And then when lockdown happened, I stopped doing that, but I still traded online. And then later that year, I was thinking, well, what else can I do? And a friend of mine created a Diwali market during lockdown, and she wanted me to share it. And she's actually also a distributor of the same vegan skincare company. So I was asking her, well, I've got my vegan skincare company. I run my London Vegan Business Network, which is a free vegan business network for vegan businesses. I have over 1,100 vegan businesses, startups, those who are vegan professionals, those who are looking for a vegan job, and students, etc. And then she said, well, why don't I start a vegan market? And I asked her, well, do you mean start a vegan market on my London Vegan Business Network? And she said, no, it would be a completely public group, and you would allow anybody on there, and then you'd have stall holders, virtual stall holders, and yeah, and then just grow that. And without a thought actually, because in the past I've had so many ideas which were kind of like pie in the sky, and it never came into fruition. But because I didn't think too much about it, the very next day I set up the World Vegan Market on Facebook, and it just exploded. And then I launched it on the 1st of November, which is World Vegan Day. The following week, I invited a number of speakers. I had live cookery demos. Everything was online, and it all went from there. And now I'm currently organizing my 11th virtual market, which is the World Vegan Spring Market. Yesterday, if you were here earlier, I was talking about you know, me putting together an International Women's Day event where I invited a number of inspiring speakers to talk about their lives and to talk about what it means to be a woman, yeah, so that went incredibly well. But I was so exhausted after doing 6 interviews, and they went on for much longer than anticipated as well. So so yeah, and so I with my virtual stall holders, they don't necessarily have to be fully vegan themselves, but they do have to understand the vegan ethos, and the products that they sell on my World Vegan Market has to be 100% vegan, or it could be services. It could be vegan services, for, you know, for example, if somebody is a yoga instructor, or if they do Reiki or that kind of thing. Yes, and so I also launched my website last October as well, and then my Facebook page, and Facebook page rather than group, and Instagram page, and that's where I do my meet the stallholder posts as well, to actually increase visibility of my stallholders. So I unlike other markets out there, online markets, where, you know, they take a seat, you know, a back seat after promoting them, or after allowing them to post to become a stallholder. I take a hands-on approach where, you know, I have a directory where I put stallholders details on there. If they're a featured stallholder, for example, they get to do a half-hour 45-minute interview with me on the group. The Facebook group now has over 3,200 members, and so they can then you know, showcase their products as well, and then I go live quite regularly to give a rundown of my virtual stall holders, and yeah, so it's very you know, it's a way for people to showcase their products and services that are vegan online, without actually having to go out and lug their products about and being in all kinds of weather, you know, and this is a really great alternative for people to actually showcase what they do. So that's me, Shabari, from World Vegan Market.
Well, you have been one busy lady this year. You getting so much done. You obviously are energized by, you know, having this by vegan products. You know, you're obviously energized by the lifestyle, by the life you're living, and it's obviously working, and to produce this kind of output from you. So that's really impressive, and congratulations that you. But did you say your 11th market?
Yeah, so this is my 11th market that I'm doing, 11th online market, and it's going to last for 3 months up until the end of May. And also in terms of education as well, because people want to be educated. So I do, like, for example, in January, I organised a Veganuary event, because a lot of people in January want to go vegan because they've eaten so much during Christmas, and you know, they want to lose weight and all of that kind of thing. So during my Veganuary event, I invited a number of speakers who are vegan nutritionists to talk about vegan nutrition. And just because something is vegan, it doesn't mean that it's healthy. So you know, I wanted to put across that it's really important to be healthy as well. And as business owners, that is, you know, individual business owners, that's so important, because if we don't look after our health, and probably Luca as a life coach, you probably talk about that as well. If we don't look after our health, then we can't run our businesses, because, you know, and burnout and stress, you know, that's a really like you know, what is it, a really common thing. And yes, it's true, I have worked all hours, I do work all hours, and I know that I need to look after myself better, I need to look after my health better. And you know, the speakers that I have on my World Vegan Market are so inspirational as well.
All right, well, thank you for telling us about it, and we will, you know, keep an eye out for your next date and your next event. Right, that's
I'll put the details in the chat if anyone wants to join, you know, because the 11th vegan market is happening right now, and then right up until May, so anybody can join. As I mentioned, to be a visitor, you don't have to be vegan.
all right, that's good to know. Some of us who just barely managing to be vegetarian when we can, but yes, you're right. All right, thanks again, Shabari, good to hear from you. I mean, Anthony, do you want to tell us about what visual can we think about? What billboard with KW on it? Not billboard, what's it called, the signpost thing, what's it called?
For sailboards.
Sailboards, that's what it's called. Yes.
Yeah, so listen, I'm in a great job, right? So I get to work with people on their most valuable asset, which is their home. And it's an exciting thing. And the nice thing for me is I get to pick and choose my clients, right? I will sell maybe 20 homes a year. So I'm not on the high street. I'm a new breed of estate agents. There's a lot of independents out there, and it's a growing market, and it's a fun market. So when I'm working with my customers, I've got one objective: how do I get you the most for your house? And then I ask them the question, how much do you want? And they often say, I want the most. And then I'll ask them the question, how honest do you want me to be with the most valuable asset you own? Out of 1 to 10, give me an indication, because I don't want to offend you. Because I know what your goal is, to get you the most. But you want me to be really honest? How honest can I be? So I ask for that opportunity. And then when we go round their house, I make a list of all the recommendations in my head that I want to talk to them about. And then we have a conversation and then go, well, if we want to get the most, we might need to tweak a few things, because your style might not be the same as everyone else's. And I go in with a style of, okay, well, I'm looking for the most people that are going to look at the pictures. I go, I want to come in your house. And that might be changing the red hallway or the black hallway to white to accommodate some light and airy space. Yeah. So really small things. But I suppose my business is based on working with a limited number of customers to provide them with a one-to-one service. It's my own company. I go to war when I go for the negotiation, because I've got one objective, which is to get you the most money. And honestly, it's a real pleasure to get into people's lives for, say, 4 months and really get to know them as a person or a couple or a family, as to what they're doing next, where they're going to. And sometimes when they realize actually this house is getting in the way of their next chapter, they're on board, and I work with them to try and sell their house, or to buy their house, or to let their house to someone who was going to move into it. So, you know, in a nutshell, we all know the estate agent market. But my different spin on it is that I only have a limited number of customers at any one time, and you get a personalized service. You get me, and if you trust me, I'm going to work with you to go to war to get your highest price. So, in a nutshell, that's me, Carleen.
Right, some nice metaphors in there about you know, going to war for your house and all those sort of things. Enjoy, that's good visual language, I suppose. Well, we're just coming to wrap up the last stretch of the day. Do we want to take one last one, or are we happy to call it a day? Let me see who else is on, who might be who does not have their camera on. If you don't have your camera on, I take it that you're not willing to say anything. Gosh, Bianca, I know you have lots of nice things to show. I don't suppose anybody else is here. I think we had a good. Steve, did you want to talk about your new plans for your business? Because you're such a good supporter of Ealing Business Expo. Would you like to be our last person to talk about what your business is?
I'll be very, very brief because I'm not very visual at the moment. All I've got is a flyer, nothing else. It's very, very new. It's so new. It's actually there's some sort of the promotional materials. I'm still working on the website and social media presence. The idea behind it is a one-stop shop of freelancers who are involved in the very, very broad, what's it called, field of fundraising management, and funding management. So the idea is to have a virtual market where people, organisations who are looking for financial support can get this list of people, freelancers, and what they do and what service they provide. Behind that would be a mutual support for freelancers through networking, through sharing best practices, and also a platform for promoting workshops and training. I'll leave it at that.
All right. Well, we will keep an eye out. You're on, which socials are you on? You're on the Facebook?
I'm going to concentrate on Facebook and LinkedIn initially, and I've just got to get my head around the platforms to actually make it good enough for public consumption.
That's plenty. That's plenty. Stick to those two. I mean, Instagram and Twitter a bit more fiddly. So just stick to those two big ones. That's what I would suggest.
And the static stuff I've got on the website, so things that don't change, like the members services, I'd front the client facing stuff.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for your business. Greg, you're back. Nice to see you. Do you have any cakes?
I haven't been anywhere. I've been here all the time.
Oh, really? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I've just been working away.
I've just been working away. The camera not on. I wasn't sure who was here.
Yeah, no. I've been working away. I've been making Easter egg boxes.
Oh, good.
For Easter. Yeah, one of our big. Oh God, we're going to sell probably about 1,000 of these in the next few weeks. It's just crazy. I was just literally, we were just packing 100 of them today.
We'll just have the chocolate egg tomorrow, please, Greg. Keep the.
I'm sure I'll bring along an afternoon tea tomorrow. I'll bring around a big afternoon tea. How about that? Yeah, so you get everything you need to make a whole load of Easter eggs. Sorry, that's my camera.
Delicious.
You get everything in the box. Literally, that's the family size one. It's about 1.4 kilos of chocolate. It makes fudge, Easter eggs, chocolate bars, everything you need to make it, decorate it, the whole lot. You get all the chocolate molds, the Easter egg, and the Christmas Easter bunny is in there as well. Yeah. So yeah, they're quite hefty, about 1.6 kilos in total.
Wow.
One of the 57 products that we make.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's fun. You get to eat a lot of chocolate if you like chocolate. I'm done with it now. I actually went out and had a chicken shawarma from Kamal Bakery because the guys are like, every day somebody is responsible for baking something at work. And we have a test bakery, so everybody's responsible for baking something. And somebody said, should we have smashed Easter egg, cabbage cream egg brownies? And I went, no, just stop. I was like, I just want a chicken shawarma or just something with meat in it, please. I was like, yeah. So I'll bring along a big afternoon tea tomorrow with me in the morning.
Nobody's turning that down. That'll be
No. Yeah, I'll get the guys to make a big box of afternoon tea and some lovely macarons that they've just finished making.
Oh gosh, that would be that's very generous of you. I half
No
thought
problem.
you were joking. I half thought you were joking, but it sounds like you're serious. So, but thank you. That's
No, of course. Listen, the one thing we always have an abundance of here is cake. And no matter the question, cake is the answer.
I hear you. I hear you. I love it. I love it. I love it. I definitely love it. But sorry, Claire, you're gonna miss out on that. I'll take pictures and put it on the socials for you. I think that was I'm in the middle of trying to put a poll together. Here it is. Here it is. So I just want to I'll just send it. I'll just put it in anyway and see what you all think, just for me to get just so I have some kind of something to save from the day. Can I launch it? Let me see if it's just one little. Has it popped up on the screen there for you?
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to type in all the other things. So it's either one of those two or one of the other things. What was the most useful part of the day for you? So other would involve interview with Greg, where you learned to be, your mind was open to possibilities, or was it the session with Carol Sam and Rupert Huck when they talked about other things? When Anthony told us how he was feeling in the dark to start up his business. What was useful for you? I'll shut up for a minute.
How do I answer the poll, please?
You just tick the.
What?
You just tick one.
I think if you have.
So maybe I did and I didn't know.
And therefore probably can't vote.
Anyway, I'm for the middle one.
Well, the middle one, I don't know if you can see when you vote. The middle one is streaking ahead at 75%.
Yeah. I don't know whether I ticked it or not.
Yeah, you probably did. I think
probably did.
I think
and I guess it's only once you can tick.
True, but it looks like we're in agreement for a lot of that, because I knew it went on so well last year. I just saw, was it you who just posted, Joanna? Somebody posted on social saying, what is so nice about this show and tell is the variety of businesses that we find out here, the service businesses, the product businesses, the businesses still finding their way, or businesses that have been around for a long time. So I'm really glad that we were able to meet up and hear from one another about what our plans are and share with one another, so we can look out for each other's posts and so on, and offer support when we can, and referrals, most importantly, because we're not in business to be nice to each other. We're in business to make money. Okay, so we'll be trying to, we hear somebody who, has got their house, they're thinking about putting up their house for sale. We say, that Coyle Dowling fella, I hear he does good valuations. You don't just throw it on them. You know how to do referrals. You just inch. So you say, how about you talk to Anthony Coyle Dowling, because he seems like a honest fellow. You can talk 100%. To him. Sorry?
I could back that guy all day long.
100%. Something like that. And just Shabar, you meet somebody who's vegan and you say, check out this market, you want to find your stuff there, just spread the word, nothing overbearing.
I'm already going to tell my vegan friends.
Yes, exactly. So that's how we do it, but nothing, as you know, nothing too overbearing, because sometimes that puts people off. But you want to just drip, drip, drip. You know how marketing works, drip, 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 until it's enough to flow over and result in a sale.
So Caroline, before you wrap up, my 10 o'clock walk on Thursday needs people. So please come. It's only £5 per person.
Oh, this is the one where we speak English.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I put this, so I put it up thinking that, the parents from the school would flock, but they are not. And it is just a walk like any other walk. I put this title as a kind of hopeful magnet to attract other people. So those who are kind of less fluent in English or new to the area could come, but I don't have takers for it. And like I'm saying, I'm doing that walk. It will be there. It's opportunity for us to meet, to network, etc. And to spend time together. And cafe is very nice afterwards, where we can sit down if we have the time.
Okay, that's on Tuesday, you said?
Yes, no, it's on Thursday at 10 o'clock from West Whiteford School. I will put the link somewhere. I have already, probably.
All right, so this is the last call to save the chat. Okay, so should we give Joanna a chance to put it in and then we save it? Okay, go ahead, Joanna. We'll just say our final thank yous. So we got the feedback of the ideas about. Oh, can I please ask you when you're looking at the, just let Francis in. One more thing before you wrap up for the day, if you can have a look at those online stands, please. You know, the viewer numbers really make a difference, because some of them just have like one view, which is me, 2 views, whatever. We want to show support for those people who have paid to exhibit online, the online stand. So if you get a chance, head over to the Contactus YouTube channel, look at a few of the videos. Francis's video is in there. You will recognize the background, because the background to her video is the same background that's in her picture. And it's good to hear, to make that visual connection. There I am again talking about visual connections. So Francis, as you know, is a smart PA partner. So I'm not sure if you've just come on to catch the last bit of show and tell, Francis. Okay. Oh, yes, no, you want to talk for 30 seconds?
I just came on to catch the end of everything for today, that's all.
You can do it in 30 seconds. Go for it.
In 30 seconds, I'm a smart PA partner, and we support individuals and businesses of all sizes with admin, back office, front office support. I like to say that we're a one-stop shop, because we have qualified bookkeepers, partners with social media, digital marketing background, as well as traditional PA support, also legal background in HR. And in many ways, we're to-do list specialists. So if you're overwhelmed with that terrifying to-do list that you've got, and we're the right people to help you, nudge you down the line, get some things ticked off, and also protect your time so that you can focus on what you do best.
Oh, there you go. 30 seconds flat. Excellent. She's a professional. All right. And I think we have had a wonderful session today, a wonderful day today. I hope you will have enough energy to come back tomorrow. I'm going to have a little lie down, and then, thank you, Cheryl. I'm going to have a little lie down and then tackle the social media. So if you feel like posting anything for me to retweet or reshare on Instagram, thank you so much. Remember, things that you could post on Instagram, just take a picture of yourself, what you were wearing today during Ealing Business Expo. If you want to take a screen grab of what's talking here, I don't think anybody here minds if we share their picture on socials. If anybody does, you turn off your camera so we won't put you on, but I think everybody's okay here. And we'll meet up. Most of us will meet up tomorrow, I think. Everybody here is coming tomorrow or planning to come tomorrow. Not Claire, sorry, Claire. We'll be there in spirit, Claire.
Yes.
All right. So thank you again for your participation. And I will stay on for a little bit in case anybody comes in the last couple of minutes. In the last, 2 more minutes till the end? 3 more minutes till the end. Oh, here's Carol. Okay, Carol, you've been here all this time. Oh my goodness.
I couldn't get my camera button, it was stuck.
Oh my goodness, I feel embarrassed. Not all the yakety yak I've been yakety in.
Oh, that was killing me. No, I've been here all the while. Anyway, it was just good to hear the businesses anyway about showing and telling. So really impressive. I like them all, but what really stood out for me, I'm sorry I'm being biased, was Shabari and the vegan, and the two guys, 2B Media. Fantastic. They're all great, but obviously, those are the
Yeah, you
two
gotta
that-
have, you gotta have your preferences. I understand.
Right, my son is coming really. Oh, I can just about make out.
Well,
So
we
yeah,
have another show and tell session tomorrow for people who so if you want to do it all over again, but we'll probably have different people. I'll probably you know, if you're there, definitely, but if there are different people for us to hear from, we'll give that, let them go first, and then see how the hour goes. But yeah, so more show and tell tomorrow. So if you got your flyers or your cards or whatever, you're gonna bring flip them out tomorrow, and just to make that visual impact. All right. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Don't have that lie down, that well-deserved
Yeah,
lie down.
well done.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carly.
Thank you,
so much.
Carly.
Nice
All
meeting
right.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you, Carly.
Bye. Thank
Nice
you.
to meet
Bye.
everyone.
Bye. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Definitely.
Thank you.